Hey, welcome to Games Vitae. Today is International Unplayed Games Day, or as I like to call it, Shelf of Shame Day. And I hadn't planned on this, but I am going to do a video of my Shelf of Shame of all the games I have not yet played. Tell you how I got them, why I got them, and the level of priority that I would probably put. High, low, or medium. So before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share this with your friends. All right, there's no particular order to these, but there's more than I like. So I'm going to, for that matter, I can't even get them all out right now because I've got so many here. So let's start with the one that I probably maybe have had the longest. I saw this on a local for sale website, and I thought the price, wow, that's really cheap. So I got it, and I opened it up, and the board was warped. So I contacted the company, and they sent me a new board. Really great. GMT Games. I really respect their customer service. It is Twilight Struggle. This is a game that I've gotten out several times. For that matter, the second I got it out. Set it up, everything. Still haven't played it. It was used, but it's in great shape. But it is definitely a complicated game. It uses its own lingo, and to get used to it, I've watched a how-to video a few times on it, and I'd probably have to watch it again right now if I wanted to play it. So that's how I got it. Gosh, what else was I going to say? Oh, well. Anyway, my level of wanting to play this is probably medium to high, but I think there are some other games I'd probably want to play first if push came to shove. So it's out of shrink, so there's really no reason why I can't get it there. So that's why it's probably on the higher side of medium. So that's Twilight Struggle. Next one is Anachrony. I opened this mainly because I kind of put it out there with, how'd I get it? I got this when I filled out the pledge manager for Septima for Mind Clash games, and I added this on. I wanted it all, but I just couldn't afford it all. And I've read the rule book. I've played through a tutorial on BGA, and I opened it up specifically because one of my daughters said that this is a game that she'd want to play, and I put it off because there's a whole bunch of games that that I have out and open and things like that, and I just wasn't sure about how hard it would be to learn. Well, I eventually opened it up, and now we haven't played it. So Anachrony, that's probably on the medium to high, probably higher than Twilight Struggle. Okay, and there are a lot of games here, so I'm going to have to reshuffle and make room as I move them across. Okay. Next is the Great Wall. This is just the stretch goals box. Still in shrink. All of it's still in shrink. I got this off of a reprint campaign for the game, and it's been a while. I've had it for a while. I really like the concept of the worker placement and the battling, and it's a game I really want to get out, but it's definitely intimidating because that's Awaken Realms for you. They put out some games that have some complexity to it. The desire to play this is probably medium. And the thing is, I don't have a game in my collection mostly that I don't really want to play. So it's really hard to say whether it's high, medium, or low. I could say they're all high. That's why I've got them. So do I want to play this? Having it in my hand, I really want to play it. But it's got competition. So Great Wall, number 3. Let's see, what should I do next? River of Gold, still in shrink. Got this for Christmas, just this last Christmas, so I haven't had this that long. I can't tell you a lot about the game. I looked into it at one point. You're sending your boats down a river, and they're stopping at different spots to get different things, and dry, rinse, repeat, or rinse, dry, repeat. That's it. But it's a nice game. It's definitely got table presence, and I would say that this is on the medium because I think it's more accessible. So maybe medium to high because it's a more accessible game. It's not actually that complicated. You can see it's reflecting off the screen, but River of Gold. Not much else to say about that. Okay, Brass Birmingham. I've played Brass Lancashire, and I was trying to get them both played before the end of the Brass Pittsburgh campaign. I got this when I did. When did I do it? I got this as an add-on for Skyrise. I got this, I got Brass Lancashire, and I got Radlands as add-ons for Skyrise. So this is the deluxe version, which is not going to be produced anymore. So I love Lancashire. I really like Lancashire. I've played it like several times this month. And Birmingham, I'd like to try to see what's different about it and see what kind of things I like, what kind of things I don't like about it. So because I like Lancashire and I'm still playing it, this is probably on the low side. Maybe some of you people are saying you're crazy, this is better. But because I'm having a good time with Lancashire, there's no rush to play Brass Birmingham. Okay. Darwin's Journey. I actually got this late pledge from the original campaign, and later on won a retail copy of it. So I have both the deluxe version or collector's edition and the retail copy. I need to sell the retail copy or play this and give it away, give the other one away to somebody else. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'd say that it has some competition with other games that I'd probably want to get out first. But I'd probably put this on the medium side, but on the lower medium side. Okay, where next? Okay. City of the Great Machine, and I got it all. This is a game that one of my daughters, different daughter this time, says that she'd like to play, but she's also said she would like to play some other games that I've actually opened. So I think that those would probably be ones that I played first. The glare is I can't put it up here because then the ring light gets up. Can't put it this way because then you're seeing the computer screen. But City of the Great Machine is I watched gameplay of it years ago. I got this from the Kickstarter. It's got great table presence, and the nature of the game where the game board is changing positions and things like that is interesting, and I really want to play it. But again, this has some competition. This is on the medium to medium low side. Okay. Terracotta Army. I won this off of Board Game Geek. I believe it's done by the same guy who designed the Great Wall, Adam Kopinski, and I might be wrong. I can't remember who designed the Great Wall, but I was excited to get this. It actually hasn't maintained any buzz over the years, but it's still a game that I want to play. I couldn't tell you much about it right now. It's been too long. So this is probably on the low side. Again, just because it's low in priority doesn't mean I don't want to play it. I really do want to play it. So, okay. Where should I go next? Unconscious Mind. My youngest daughter said she wants to play this only because she thought the cover looked cool. She's one of my most reticent uh, board game players. So this is a game I've actually been thinking of lately that I really want to play. It's got a really cool worker placement rondelle system, action taking system, and activation. Little dust on the top. There we go. The box looks great. The table presence looks great. I'm not sure where this lies. I'll probably put it at medium. Medium. Okay, next. Let's grab Iwari. Iwari I got as an add-in. This is the deluxe edition of Iwari. I got as an add-on for one of the Thundergriff games. I can't remember which one. Was it Darwin's Journey? I can't remember what other Thundergriff games. I got Etherstone right here, but it wasn't with that. It must have been. No, I think I got this with Tang Garden. Yeah, I think I got this with Tang Garden. This, I think, is a very accessible game. And, I mean, the art's beautiful. It's a very accessible area control game. But that might be the downside of it, is that it's an area control game. And area control, to me, is hit and miss. So, this is probably on the low side, but on the high side of low. Okay. This is kind of the elephant in the room. Terraforming Mars. I got this on sale on Amazon dirt cheap. Like, I don't think it was much more than $30, if it was $30 at all. And I said, I can't pass it up. And this is with a lot of chatter on chat rooms of how poor the component quality is. At that price, I thought, it's like, okay, I can't go wrong. I'll get it and see what I think. And I've had it around for a long time. It's even been on another video of games I haven't played. I actually wanted to get it out this last weekend, break it out, learn how to play it, and play it. But it didn't, because we just played a different game. This is probably on the low side of medium. Teotihuacan. This is the 5th player expansion box. Both the base game and this box is still in shrink. This is a very complex game, as complex as Sankori probably. And because of that, it's probably on the low side. But I got this from the campaign. I was a little put off by the campaign because they ended up selling a substandard box organizer for the main game. So I'm kind of reluctant to, and not necessarily reluctant, but put off by the game. That being said, the game, they did take care of the misprints, and we've gotten all of the errata taken care of. But this is on the low side because of its complexity. Okay, this is a game I won. It's a little matchbox game by Thundergriff. It's called 15 Days. I got this at the same time I got IO. I've played IO, haven't played it much, and I think it's a good solitaire game, but solitaire games can be, well, lonely. This is not a solitaire game, and I brought it actually on a cross-country trip that I went on recently, and I didn't open it. So I'd like to play 15 Days. That's, sorry if I didn't say it before, 15 Days by Thundergriff. And actually, I'm interested in all of the Matchbox games just because of their portability. But I'd like to play this first and see what I think and see if it's a good game. I would say this is actually high based off of the possibility of traveling this summer. So I'd like to play it if we travel. Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. I got this when I got a copy of Santorini for Christmas, and it was defective. So I contacted the company, and they said, well, we can't give you a replacement of that. And they offered me a whole bunch of stuff, and none of them, I mean, all of them were crap games. It's like, no, I'm not interested in that. No, I'm not interested in that. No, I'm not interested in that. So, and that was Spin Master that did it. So I said, well, you make this game, why don't you send me this? And it wasn't because I was interested in it. It was because it was really just the best of a bunch of things I didn't want. So I'm not a zombie person, not even a little bit. This is probably, my desire to play this is probably as low as it goes. That's why it's still in shrink. I've heard the system of Zombicide is good, and maybe there's a little curiosity there to see what it's like, but I'm just not a zombie person, so the theme doesn't speak to me. So if I do play it, and it'd be just for curiosity for the mechanics. Okay. Tuned, also by Thundergriff, another game that I won. The story behind me winning it is they used to do these Twitch live streams, and if you entered your name in at a time that they said, and they picked it, you would get a prize. Well, I won what they called a silver ticket, and this was in March of the year. And silver ticket means you win a copy of every game they release for the next year. Well, come to find out, it wasn't for the next year. It was for till the end of the calendar year. So there were several games that they released after that those 9 months were up that I didn't get. And Tuned was a game that was released, and it's a game I'd never heard of, never been interested in, never wanted. It's a 2-player abstract game. It might be a great game, but I've never really had a desire to break the shrink wrap. Not being an ingrate, I appreciate them sending me a free game, and I will open it eventually. It's just got a lot of competition. Okay. Maglev Metro. Some guy was selling games on a local website, and this was like $10. And I said, I'll buy it for $10. And I've actually wanted to open it several times. It's more complex than it looks, I think. And I'm aware of that, and that's why it hasn't gotten out of shrink. Let's bring that up. It makes you think, well, Jay, why are you getting games that you're afraid to get out of shrink because of how complex they are? Doesn't that beg the question, why'd you get them? That's not it. It's that when you have a big board game collection, sometimes you don't play the ones that you have open enough to remember how to play them. So the complexity thing is an ongoing issue. You want to play a game enough such that it sticks with you. Obsession. I've played enough times that sticks with me. I don't need to review it anymore. And that's got a complexity of like 3 out of 5 on Board Game Geek. So this is probably about the same amount of complexity as Obsession, if I remember right. I just got to get it out and play it. This is a medium because it's a train game. It's pick up and deliver. It's got a lot of stuff to it that I really kind of like to play. So it's definitely on the medium side. Okay, where shall I go next? Nocturne. I got this when I actually got this from the Kickstarter. And I got Cascadia at the same time. I questioned whether I should get this or not because it has some of the same mechanics as Skyrise. It's just got a little bit different. It's more of a contract fulfillment type thing, whereas Skyrise is more like set collection. It's got that same auction mechanic as a player bids here, and then the next player doesn't bid on the same place; it bids on an adjacent thing. And it is different from Skyrise, but the main reason I got it was to compare it to Skyrise. I haven't opened it yet, so people really like Skyrise in my family. So this is probably on the high side of low. Oh, Hidden Leaders. Same guy that was selling Maglev Metro was selling Hidden Leaders. I got this as kind of like if you buy 2 games, you get 1 free, and this was a freebie. Never really had much interest in Hidden Leaders. I can't really tell you much about it. So, low. Okay. Oh, this one I think is a good one. Brink. Brink is I got this from the Kickstarter. This is the deluxe, not the super deluxe. To tell you the truth, I didn't really need a super deluxe. I don't think anybody does. Deluxe is good enough for me. But, to each their own. Anyway, this is in the same universe as Moonrakers, and that intrigued me. It's a very interesting worker placement where you place these spaceships on the corners of these hexes or the edges of the hexes, and it tells you how many actions you can take depending on which spaceship you set. And there's an element of interaction that I like that IV Studios actually seems to really focus on, and that's why I like their games. I was actually tempted to back Altera, which just ended yesterday, and I didn't. So, pat myself on the back for self-control. This is probably the low side of medium. Raw. I got this on the reprint campaign where they introduced the Traders expansion. A classic game by Reiner Knizia, and it's one of the few that I have by Reiner Knizia, actually. For that matter, this might be the only one I have by Reiner Knizia now that I think about it. Basic auction game, from what I understand. I looked into it at the time, but that's the problem with Unplayed games. You don't keep track of what each game does. So I got this game because of its classic replay. I looked into it. I like how it plays. It's got nice table presence. This is probably on the medium side. Like to play it. Oh. There we go. Okay, this one is interesting. Stupor Mundi. I got this game because I edited the rule book for it. And I like the things it does. You are basically trying to manipulate the board to get points. And how you compare to other players and how you compare to the king, which is like a dummy player, which you can also manipulate his board, is what gives you points. And I really like this game. Having read the rule book many times because I edited it, tells me that this is something I want to try. This is probably on the low side of high. I really want to play this. Okay, this one, Inish. I got this through the campaign. I like the price point, and it's a game that has a proven track record. How much I'll like it, I don't know. It is that area control thing, but it's got its own take on it. I would say that this is on the low side of medium. Oh, let's see here. Imperial Steam. I saw this on sale at like a holiday time, and it was a pretty good price, but I didn't want to pull the trigger. And I watched the gameplay video of it by Getting Games, John Gets Games at the time, and I liked it. I really liked the mechanic that has of having investors that helps give you money, but that also reduces your score at the end of the game. Um, I like a lot of the things it does, and I waited and I waited, and it got to the point where it was like $20, and I said, "Sign me up," and I got it. Um, it's a little bit more complicated too, though, so this is on the low side of medium. Not that I don't want to play these complicated games. I'm being realistic of what is more likely to hit the table first. So, Imperial Steam, do I want to play it? Yes. Like all these games, they're really high on my list. I really want to play them. That's why I bought them. But I want to play the games that are more likely to hit the table first. And maybe that will wet the whistle for the rest of the games. Teletum. I got this on the pledge manager for Teotihuacan. Just realized I talked about Teotihuacan earlier and didn't say the name. So anyway, Teletum, I did the gameplay video on that to see how it plays, and I liked it. It's got a very interesting dice drafting mechanism that I wish I could explain better, and it's actually very exciting to think about because I like what it's doing. I would say that this is on the high side of medium. Barcelona, same thing. Got this on the pledge manager for Teotihuacan. I saw the gameplay video for this too. I'm not going to buy a game sight unseen. I'm going to look into it. But Barcelona, I liked what it was doing, and I think it's a little less complex than Teletum. I think that this is a game that compares favorably in complexity to things like Obsession, which I've played a lot, or Castle of Mad King Ludwig, which I've played a lot. Maybe less complex than Septima, I'm not sure, but I really liked what it's doing. So I think Barcelona is on the low side of high. Okay, I think I've got 3 left. Scales of Fate by Ivy Studios. I've actually got a lot of Ivy Studios because their games are so interactive with the players. It's not, a lot of them aren't multiplayer solitaire. I think the only one that really kind of comes off as solitaire is maybe Mythic Mischief, and then you're directly trying to get your other players' pieces. But anyway, Scales of Fate I got for the Kickstarter, and I got it because it was a 2-player game, and I thought it was very accessible. This is a game that I keep thinking to myself, man, I had to pull the shrink off and get that played. So this is actually on the high side. I want to play this because, one, I think because it's just a 2-player game, and I think it's very accessible in teaching. It would be able to hit the table fairly easy. So it's on the high side. Oh, this one, technically I have played, so maybe it shouldn't be on the list. And I've mentioned it already, but I haven't opened it on Shrink. So I'll mention it anyway because I've got it out. And that's Carnegie. But I have played it, so it's even in my top 100. I'd like to get it out on the table. Originally, some of my family mentioned it as that looks like Dictionary the game, but it's a good game, and it's got really good table presence. It's got some interesting mechanics. It's I don't know how you say his name, Xavier Georges. I've got 2 games by him, hopefully a third coming. But to play this, it's probably on the medium side because, like I said, I have played it before, but nobody else in my family has played it with me because I played it on BGA. So maybe that's why it's out, is that I haven't played it with family. So I would say that's on the medium side. And last one I've got to pull out right here. And that is Cyclades. Cyclades is a very interesting action bidding system. And it's made me kind of open my eyes to some other games in the genre. But I asked for this after I saw gameplay of it, and I thought to myself, wow, that is a really fun looking game. So it's got the action, it's got area control, it's got special powers, and the action bidding system is what really makes it tick. So this has kind of opened my eyes up to Rurik. I'd actually really like to try Rurik, but in the meantime, Cyclades is probably on the medium side. That because I've got other games that are probably more likely to be played, but on the higher medium side, because I think the action selection system with the bidding is actually not that hard to teach. So that's where Cyclades is. Okay, I don't think I've forgotten anything. Let me take a look. No, played those. I recently got Mind Management played with the family beyond just the training mission, which I really liked Mind Management. So keep an eye open for that as I talk about the rest of my top 100. Played those. Yeah, I think I played those. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't see anything else that I'm forgetting. So that is my ode to the Shelf of Shame Day, International Unplayed Games Day. I don't know how many that was. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I know I'm forgetting one because I know I've got more than that. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, if I remember, I'll list it in the comments below. But in the meantime, yeah. In the meantime, please remember that no board games were harmed in the making of this video, so keep your mind at ease. Thanks for watching. See you next time.